Our dreams don't always happen accordingly. We go through disappointments, adversities. It's easy to lose our enthusiasm, our excitement for life. See, one of the battles that we all have to fight is the battle with discouragement. It's good to have family and friends that encourage us. It's good to have a coach, a teacher, a parent that cheers us on. But one thing that I've learned is that other people can't keep us encouraged. Other people can't keep us cheered on. They may give us a boost, they may help us from time to time, but if you're really going to live in victory, that encouragement has to come from the inside. You got to learn to encourage yourself. When times get tough and things aren't going your way and you don't feel like pursuing your dreams, your mind is telling you that it's not worth it, it's never going to get any better, you might as well settle where you are. Deep down in your spirit, there has to be a resolve, a strength on the inside that says, I refuse to settle where I am. I know there is a greater plan for my life, and I'm going to keep pressing forward and become everything that I was created to be. You have to view everything negative in your life, every obstacle, every limitation, every sickness, every problem. View it as only temporary. It is not going to last forever. This problem is just a season. It is not going to keep you from your destiny. You may have struggled for years, and people may tell you to just accept things the way that they are, but in your mind, you cannot allow it to become permanent. You were never created to be average. You were never created to barely get by. You were created to be above and never beneath. No matter what you may be facing, no matter how impossible it looks, you have to keep reminding yourself that there is always a way when you are committed. Draw that line in the sand and say, that's it. This is a new day. I'm done with it. I'm done with being discouraged. This is a new day that I have been given, and I want to live this day to the fullest, to start making change. Even if it's been years, even if it looks like your problem is set in stone, it looks like you're never going to change, it looks like it's impossible. If you just change your thinking to believe it's possible, then it is possible. In life, every one of us is going to have opportunities to get down and discouraged. My message is that we don't have to give in to that temptation. Get up every morning thinking about all the good that's in your life. Replay the victories that you've had in the past. Don't remember the negative. Change the channel and remember all the times that you've made it through. And don't wait for others to compliment you. Compliment yourself. Learn to celebrate who you were made to be. It's up to you to keep yourself encouraged. Some of you have been completely dependent on your friends and your family for that encouragement. Don't put that pressure on them. You can draw the strength from the inside. Really, the only way that we can keep ourselves encouraged is by thinking encouraging thoughts. Thoughts of hope, thoughts of faith. You gotta tune into that voice of victory. If you believe it's permanent, then it's going to become permanent. If you believe it will never get better, then it won't. If you believe you've reached your limits, then you have. The problem is our own thinking. The moment that we accept that there's no hope and let the stronghold take root, we've lost the battle. When times get difficult, you cannot take ownership of that problem. Don't embrace the trouble and let it get on the inside. If you do, then it'll become a part of you, and that's what stops us from becoming our very best. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. You may have gotten knocked down, but you didn't get knocked out. When we get discouraged and we slip over into that negative mentality, then we start thinking, my obstacles are too big. I don't see how I could ever change. It's always going to be like this. Then our own wrong thinking is what allows it to become permanent. You may have gone through a setback, but you need to dig your heels in and get ready for a comeback. If you've been struggling with something for a long time, you're tempted to get discouraged, you need to remind yourself you're not going to be staying there long. This is not your permanent address. You're just passing through, and it's only for a moment. You didn't make it this far to get left where you are. You're just one decision away from a completely different life.